We'll now go to Mr. Soroka from Yellowhead. Go ahead.
Mr. Chair, in my riding of Yellowhead, I have the beautiful Jasper National Park and the town of Jasper that is heavily reliant on tourism, which is now non-existent. Each year, they pay land rent used for municipal purposes such as roads, parks, and cemeteries. They have been told that the land rent will be deferred until September, but they still cannot afford it. Will the minister help the towns of Jasper and Banff, the only two municipalities in Canada that pay land rent to the federal government? Will they eliminate the land rent for this year?
La vice-premier ministre.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the member for that question. And if I may say, the member is very lucky to represent the amazing town of Jasper, one of the most beautiful places in Canada. We are very aware of the challenges that municipalities across the country are facing, and we are very aware of the particular challenges that the tourism sector is facing, and we are working closely with municipalities across the country to support them.
Soroka.
A yes or no, but I guess I got to take it. Mr. Chair, meat processing capacity has been a major concern since before COVID pandemic. Now what can go wrong has gone wrong, and we're facing massive backlogs in both beef and pork sectors. Producers have been told the minister to stop dragging her feet and support the industry. Will the minister commit to announcing immediate relief to address the processing crisis in Canada?
The Honourable Minister of Agriculture, Ms. Bibeau.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. I agree that the food processing sector is facing huge challenge right now because many of their employees got sick and they have to put in place better measures to protect their workers. Some of them had to close for a few days to a few weeks to get better organized, and it has a significant impact on our ranchers and our producers. And I can assure you that we are having constant conversation to find the right mechanism to support them. Thank you.
Mr. Soroka.
Animals are being euthanized on this government's watch, not because of disease, but because of lack of action. We're wasting food when experts are warning of global food crisis. Some of the industry proposed measures, such as a set-aside program, which was effective in the past, has been on the minister's desk since December. How bad does this crisis need to get before the government acts?
The Honourable Minister of Agriculture, Ms. Bibeau.
Mr. Speaker, we fully recognize the health concerns of workers in meat processing plants and efforts being made by processing to protect our staff. And this has a significant impact on our farmers and ranchers. We know that. And the business risk management are already there to support the farmers. I know that we are working with the provinces to make them work, more quickly, and I can assure my colleague that we're working with the sector to find the best mechanism quickly.
Mr. Soroka.
The Canadian Federation of Agriculture has come out with an agri-food emergency preparedness plan, which focuses on the government's insufficient attention and capacity to the long-term security of Canada's food supply chain amidst this global pandemic. They say immediate action is needed, yet we've seen no plan by the minister or the government to address these concerns. When can we expect to see the plan for emergency preparedness for the agriculture and agri-food sector, and will the government take seriously the recommendations before them?
Honourable Minister of Agriculture.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We do take all these recommendations very seriously. I'm in constant consultation, and discussions with the representatives of the different sector because we want to find the best way to support the sector because the challenges are different. They can already access the business risk management mechanisms. For example, agri-stability. It's possible for the farmers right now to get an advance payment. We are working with the provinces to see how we can use agri-recovery for different sectors. So there are already different ways that are there to support them. And I remind my colleague that we have increased the loan capacity of FCC to support them as well.
Time for a very short question, 15 seconds or so, Gerald.
Well, Mr. Chair, the $40,000 the Canadian Emergency Business Account is providing insufficient for livestock producers. For example, one pork farmer told me he qualified for CEBA, he'd only feed his hogs for 2 days. Hog prices have crashed. As of March 25th, COVID-19 is disrupting food supplies. Is the government going to announce a program geared specifically to agriculture?
Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We have announced significant programs to support businesses in general, small, medium, and large businesses, and we are working right now to see where the gaps are for the agricultural sector, and we will come back with further measures as soon as we can. Thank you.